was no good, he would go to the free throw line for 2 shots, and Montrezl Harrell would be out of this game with his 6th and final foul. Zach Zarba, JB DeRosa at the monitor looking at it right now as we see the replay coming up. And it's bang, bang. The one thing that does seem for sure, Montrez has both feet outside of the restricted arc when contact is made. So if they deem it a blocking foul, it will not be because his feet were in the restricted arc. They would have to determine he was still moving.
And you know what? Looking at that replay, you mentioned it. The main thing are his feet out of the restricted area. Yes. Did he have position prior to the offensive player gathering and going up and making contact? In my opinion, I think this call stands, and I think it's an offensive foul, Wizards basketball.
We are still awaiting the decision from the officials on the floor here. And, you know, Megan, we're going to look back on this game. We can break it down so many different ways, and sometimes it can be as simple as the Boston Celtics have shot 2 of 23 from behind the three-point line tonight.
Right.
The Wizards have outscored them 30-6 from 3. That feels like it's been the difference so far.
And you know what? I also think the free throw line has been a huge advantage for the Wizards.
And the crowd erupts as there you have it from Zach Zarba. They say the call on the floor stands. Huge defensive play. Montrezl Harrell drawing the charge. Josh Richardson picks up his 3rd foul. And so Harrell gets to stay on the floor. And the Wizards get the ball up by 3 with 90 seconds left.
And you know what? I'm really proud of myself. In my first NBA decision on a challenge, I got it right. So hats off to me.
And then off the side inbounds pass, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope just launches it over Bradley Beal's head. It's over the end line. They're looking at one another, clearly had some sort of miscommunication. And now the ball goes right back to Boston with no time coming off the clock.
Miscues were what Coach Unseld told us before the game that they could clean up and they had control over. That was one you had control over.
And so now Boston, a chance to make the Wizards pay for just their 8th turnover of the game. Schroeder matched up with Beal, driving the left side, spins back the other way to Horford. He pump fakes, puts the dribble down the right side of the paint. His shot no good. Good contest from Montrezl Harrell. Good footwork defensively from Kyle Kuzma. And Bradley Beal has the rebound. 67 seconds to go. 12 on the shot clock as Beal handles near the half-court line. Going to work on Schroeder, driving the right side, spins in the lane, stripped by Jaylen Brown. 2 on 3 come Brown and Tatum. Brown all the way to the rim by himself. He lays it in. It's a 1-point game. 102-101 Wizards, 52 seconds left.
And that was just perfectly timed by Brown on the steal and swipe away from Bradley Beal there.
Will the Wizards play one-on-one? Will they move the ball? We'll find out here. 10 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie. Still no passes this possession. Dinwiddie, shake and bake, sidestep 3. No good. Rebound tipped by Harrell, but it comes down to Brown. 8-second differential, game clock and shot clock. 26 on the game clock as Brown brings it into the front court. He's matched up with Harrell. Pulls up, 20-footer. It's good. Jaylen Brown gives Boston its lead. 103-102 with 20.3 to go. Timeout Wizards.
And Brian, we saw in the game on Wednesday night that Jason Tatum was the one who had it going. He has struggled here tonight, but Jaylen Brown, who struggled on Wednesday, has picked up the slack for what we haven't gotten. And also credit Josh Richardson, but that shot there from Brown, ice in his veins. He was cool, calm, and collected and understood to take as much time off of the clock as possible.
Brown has 34 points, a game-high 34 on 14 of 20 shooting tonight. He's been one of the only players on the court tonight to be efficient offensively. And Megan, you know, I don't mean to beat a dead horse here, but we've been talking about it. Will the Wizards just sort of settle for your turn, my turn, one-on-one ball between Dinwiddie and Beal right now? Or will they try to run some plays, move the ball, get some player movement? It's been about 4 straight possessions of one-on-one. Their only bucket in the last 3 minutes was off a hit-ahead pass to Kyle Kuzma. You got to wonder if Wes Unseld Jr. is dialing something up in the timeout here.
I think so, and that's the issue that we saw last season was a lot of one-on-one basketball at times. And this is a situation where you have so much firepower on your roster, especially on the floor right now, that you don't have to necessarily play one-on-one to get the best shot. You can move the ball and try to get something or get someone going downhill and at the hoop.
For the Wizards, it's Dinwiddie, Beal, Caldwell Pope, Kuzma, and Harrell. For the Celtics, it is Schroeder, Brown, Richardson, Tatum, and Horford as this crowd rises to its feet for the final 20.3 seconds. Dinwiddie handed the ball for the inbounds. He gets it into Harrell. Harrell at the top of the key. Back to Dinwiddie on the left wing. Dinwiddie driving the right side. Euro step, high floater, no good. Rebound falls down to Dinwiddie. 10 seconds left. He's going to pull it back out to the three-point line. Down to 6. Going to work on Richardson. Drives all the way. Float shot, no good, but a foul is called. Spencer Dinwiddie will get 2 shots at the free throw line with 3.8 seconds left.
It's not often that you see an official at this point of a ball game make a big call like this to send someone to the free throw line. But if the call is the right call to make, which it was, because contact is contact, and that contact from Richardson on Dinwiddie was obvious, and it impeded his ability to get that ball up and in.
And the first miss at the free throw line all season from Spencer Dinwiddie on the first one as he leaves it short. And a whole lot of green. The Boston Celtics fans in this arena making noise as Dinwiddie still has one more to tie the game with 3.8 seconds left. It's good. We are tied 103-103, and Ime Udoka will call his final timeout for the Boston Celtics. Up until that point, Spencer Dinwiddie was 19 of 19 from the line on the season. A tough time to miss 1 of 2, but give him credit for picking himself up and putting in the second.
Yeah, that's just a veteran mindset right there. That's a mindset who has been in big games like this before at different stages of their career. And although he misses the first one, he makes the second one, puts the Wizards in a position to still win this ball game with 3.8 left. But I imagine that the Celtics will be looking to go to Brown or Tatum, but also do not sleep on Josh Richardson to be the third option out of this timeout for the Celtics. It would not surprise me whatsoever because he's hit big shots throughout his college career and throughout his playing career as a professional. But I imagine it will be Tatum or Brown with the ball in their hands.
And we'll see if the Wizards make any offense-defense substitutions, and it looks like they will. Denny Avdia going to come into the game. It appears for Montrezl Harrell. Otherwise, the starting 5 remains the same. So for the Wizards, for this key defensive possession, it'll be Dinwiddie, Beal, Caldwell Pope, Kuzma, and Avdia. For the Celtics, it'll be Schroeder to inbound from the left sideline with Tatum, Brown, Richardson, and Horford alongside him. The crowd rises to its feet in Capital One Arena as the ball handed into Schroeder. Schroeder inbound to Brown. He spins, pulls up from 20 feet, straight away, no good, and we are headed to overtime here in Capital One Arena. The Celtics got a shot they'd be happy with, but Jaylen Brown with just his 7th miss of the night on 21 attempts. 5 extra minutes. Megan McPeak, let's sign up for it.
I mean, I don't know about you, Brian, but I love myself some free basketball, and I'm sure Wizards fans and Celtics fans in attendance tonight also love themselves some free basketball.
Wizards fans, if the Wizards can pull this out in overtime, you got something to look forward to at McDonald's tomorrow. That's because when the Wizards win, fans get a $2 Big Mac the next day, only on the McDonald's app at your local Washington area McDonald's. 103, nothing separating the Celtics and Wizards through 48 minutes. We'll be right back for 5 more on the Washington Wizards Radio Network.
At Leidos, we put technology to work on the front lines. Whether we're helping the military stand up a new application or creating efficiencies in our nation's infrastructure, our technology-driven solutions are helping to make the world safer, healthier, and more efficient. It's important work, and it never stops. because failure is not an option. Visit us at leidos.com.
With Early Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision ever. Even